going, metalheads, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to yet another album review. This is a pretty cool one. Today we're going to be reviewing the album called Unrepentant Menace by Convulsis. This is the debut album from this Michigan thrash metal crew, and Unrepentant Menace is easily one of my top albums of the year this year. If you love ripping, aggressive thrash such as Demolition Hammer, Condition Critical, or Enforced, then this album is definitely for you. Right from the first track, which is called Abscess in Darkness, they're out to prove something in the way of speed and brutality. The accuracy of the riffs on here is immaculate, especially when you consider how fast they're actually picking the strings. As a guitarist myself, I love playing the fast, gallopy thrash riffs. This album is chock full of them. The mix is perfect so that you can hear every time they hit the string, and they never miss a beat. The lead work on here is also fantastic. Nick Tyler is on lead guitar, and James Bilbrey is on rhythm guitar, and those guys did a fantastic job on this album. Super catchy riff work and ripping solos, I think, are two must-have characteristics of a great thrash album. But in terms of vocals, I don't think I've quite heard a thrash vocalist that sounds like Garrett Mounts on this album, and I mean that in the best way possible. He's in a higher register similar to most thrash, but it's mostly all just rasp. There's no really other feedback in his voice. It's kind of crazy. It's honestly impressive. I don't think my voice can even do that. And it fits their aggressive style of thrash very, very well. I think the vocals on this are awesome. Yeah. Something funny, this is a side note, but something funny I noticed from their Metal Archives page is that under the themes, on the Metal Archives, it says where they're from, all that kind of stuff, and it says themes, like the cover and the lyrics and stuff. All it says on their themes is hot dogs. And you can tell by the titles on this album that they sing about much more than hot dogs, but I think that a thrash project dedicated to hot dogs will be pretty funny. But that was just something silly I noticed. Getting back to the album, hot dogs. Anyway, getting back to the album, Adam Sylvanis, I think that's how you say his name, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. He does a really great job with drums on in here, doesn't miss a beat. He's fast and accurate, and he absolutely crushes the fills on here. Another thing I love about this album is the production. Sometimes thrash can get ruined for me if the guitars aren't hefty enough or they don't have enough crunch, they kind of sound like flat. This album has none of those issues. The guitar are crunchy as hell and sound great in the mix, and the drums are punchy and powerful, and you can also hear the bass and vocals really well too. In terms of favorite tracks, I'd say Messiahs of Ultraviolence is definitely a ripper, and as well as Cemetery Splatter and Severed Soul is an absolute barn burner. Definitely listen to that song if you're going to check one out. All in all, this is in my top thrash records so far in this year. Blows the new Exodus right out of the water, I think. Definitely up there with Nukem and Creator for my favorite in the genre this year. When I ordered this CD, I also chatted with the band on Instagram. They were telling me about, when it would be delivered, all that kind of stuff. And, yeah, it was they're really nice guys, I think. I don't know. I mean, you can't really tell a whole lot about somebody by, just messaging them on an app about, your package. But if a band is willing to do that for you, they're probably pretty nice guys. So I think they're pretty nice guys. Haven't really seen anything to say otherwise about it. Now that I'm reading more, it says the solos on all songs except Brain Matter Mainline are by Mike Libertoski. So he also does a great job. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know there was a guest guitarist on those songs for the solos, but that's pretty cool. It says recorded by Tim Trevino. He does a great job with the production on here. And yeah, there's the guys on the side of the cover, and the artwork is pretty cool. I think I just found these guys on Instagram, to be honest with you, but I checked out their album and it was super awesome, so I decided to review it. And yeah, I do love the artwork. It says it's done by Dahmer Art. I really do love the artwork on this album. But anyway, I'll link this down below if you want to get yourself a copy. I'm trying to find a copy of their first EP as well, because that's also pretty good. But this is definitely their best release so far. And yeah, with that said, I'll link all their stuff down below. Definitely check this out. One of the best thrash albums of the year so far. And with that, hope you're all doing well. Have a nice day. See ya.